I speak Conyo. I speak Conyo Spanish.
Okay,
I know all the bad words.
Yeah, that's
about it.
This guy right here, he's a pro soccer player. He doesn't speak a lick of English, but he knows all.
But he knows all about it.
Yeah, so
I mean, if I picked up anything from the Latin players I played with, it's the bad words.
That's what you need. That's all. That's everything you need, because you can say one word and it can mean 1,000. Hey guys, back with Cascaritas with el Tri. Raza, le tenemos otro super especial atleta aquí. We have Jason Hirsh, former Rockies. Who else did you play with?
Drafted by the Astros originally.
Astros?
Yep, pitched for the Rockies in 07 World Series, and then played with the Yankees before I ended up blowing out.
Oh, so this guy played with somebody else that we know. Jorge de la Rosa, saludos canijo. Ahí nos vemos pronto. We're here with your buddy Jason. I'm sure you'll see him before we will. But dude, Jason, so our podcast is mostly just, relax. We talk about food, we talk about music. We might make you dance.
I've got white boy dance moves.
All right, good. Yeah. And we just try to have fun, right?
Sure.
So, first question right out the gate. What is your favorite Mexican food?
Favorite Mexican food?
Yeah.
Like if I go to a Mexican restaurant, what am I ordering? Probably fajitas. I'm a big fajita guy. I like tacos.
Steak?
I like steak always. Like street tacos.
Yeah.
So we have I always think I grew up in Southern California, so like Mexican food was very prevalent and always really good. Then I moved to Denver, and it was like, where's the good Mexican places, right? Because in my mind, good Mexican food, you order it, and 5 minutes later, it's on a plate that's hotter than the surface of the sun, and it's giant, right?
Yeah.
And so it was hard to find some of those, but if you drive by and the parking lot's full and you can't pronounce the name on the sign, it's probably really good.
Hey Jason, can I get a picture with you?
Yeah, as soon as I finish here.
No, you can come in.
Yeah.
We can get a picture. Yeah.
During the podcast? Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
What's your name?
Lindsay.
Here,
I'll
I got a
step
built-in
away
selfie
here.
stick. Check this out.
Yeah.
Just turn it.
Paparazzi. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Have a good one.
This is the taco show we run, man.
I know, right?
It's
Off
super
the cuff.
laid back, off the cuff, whatever's going on. But
Yeah,
no.
so anyway,
Mexican
that was,
food,
like I
man.
said, I grew up in Southern California, so Mexican food, is something that we always crave.
Nice. What part of Southern California?
I grew up in Burbank. So
Burbank, okay.
if you've ever seen like The Tonight Show, like Jay Leno and Conan, but the NBC studios are like a mile from my house right now.
Nice. And so we know that you played with Jorge. What other Mexican ball players were in the league?
Vinny Castilla was part of our coaching staff. I didn't play with him, but obviously Vinny played for many years. I went to high school with Fernando Valenzuela's son. So I got to talk with him a little bit. Obviously everybody knows Fernando Mania right now, especially in LA. There are a lot of Hispanic, players that would come through the systems. A lot of Dominican, Latin American guys, and then some Mexican heritage players as well.
Nice. Yeah, dude. I mean, we haven't done many baseball players. We mostly stick to MMA and soccer, but now it looks like we're moving into the new.
There's some great, Latin American, Mexican heritage ball players. Obviously that's a very rich tradition of history.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of ball players that come up and make significant impacts at the big league level. I mean, they put together a World Baseball Classic team, so. Obviously they've got some talent, right? And they do really well. So.
Did you ever get to pitch against Adrian Gonzalez?
I did.
I did. What did he do?
Let's see. So my first start as a Rocky was in San Diego against Greg Maddux.
Okay.
And so that was when Agon was playing first base for the Padres. And I want to say, I know I struck him out at least once, maybe twice.
Ooh.
Like on 3-2 changeups. But yeah, so I don't think he ever got me. He's not. I'm not into his home run book, right?
Good, yeah.
There are plenty of other guys that got me. And he's not
But
one.
not Agon.
No,
That's good.
No, Pujols hit one that hasn't landed yet. So
Pujols, you think he's coming back next year?
no.
You think
What is he playing for? The only reason he would play is because he can't give it up. That's the only reason. And there are a lot of ball players that are like that. They don't know what to do. Like, this is all they've ever done for 20, 25 years. Like, they just don't know what else to do.
We had a question from one of our baseball fans. He was asking, do you know why some of the people that we get here in the local club with the Rockies, they just don't translate that success that they've had at other teams here? Is it the altitude? What is it? What do you
I
think
don't
it
think
is?
altitude's a big deal. Like,
Okay.
listen, I've pitched plenty of games at Coors Field. I didn't feel like it played unfair for the most part. Like, but what kills you at Coors Field is not the altitude; it's the size of the outfield. It's enormous, right? So the dinker that would have been caught now falls in for a single. The single now turns into a double. The double turns into a triple. Those extra bases are what adds up and kills you. You're gonna give up home runs at Coors Field, especially in today's game. Home runs are it is part of the culture of baseball, right? It is what it is. So, I think the Rockies need to embrace that idea that, you know what, we're just going to give up home runs. That's okay. But
That's my mom.
Georgie's a perfect example of a guy that can come into Coors Field and have success, right? You've got to have strikeout stuff, right? And you've got to have some velocity. If you can do those two things, and especially today when everyone's throwing 97, 98, 99, 100 miles an hour, you should be able to come into Coors Field and have success. Now, why can't certain players translate? Depends on who you talk to, obviously.
Yeah.
And what you are, we could throw conspiracy theories out there.
Right.
I think a lot of players that sign here just feel like, you know what, this is probably the last place I'm ever going to play. I'm really not going to try super hard, right? And then there's other players that come here, like CJ Crone, who's just trying to rebuild his stock or his value. He has success. He likes it here. He's like, screw it, I'll play here again. Like, why not?
Yeah.
This has been they've been great to me. The town's been great. I had a great season. They may not play baseball after this, but I'm going to go out with a bang. And so I think that's where you're going to see those types of players. Pitchers are going to be harder to come through here. Like, they're going to make a ton of excuses. It's the altitude, the balls are dry, whatever it is. But I think those are just excuses. I think they're looking for scapegoats instead of looking for solutions.
Yeah. All right, dude. I'm gonna throw some fire questions on
Do
you.
it.
Real quick ones.
Do it.
Favorite place to visit?
As a player or as a
Just
a
as a
human
person.
being?
Just as a human being.
I'm a homebody, bro. Like,
You
I don't
like to stay at
I don't
home
like
right
to
here
travel,
in
bro.
Denver?
Dude, I'd rather go to the mountains than hop on an airplane and go somewhere.
Hey, that's somewhere.
But yeah, I mean, I'm a big
Homebody.
outdoorsman. I love hunting. I love fishing. So I love going to the mountains. That's my my escape from reality.
Cool. Biggest fish you've got?
20-inch rainbow.
Ooh.
Yeah, on a fly.
Biggest elk you've caught?
Waiting. Still.
Oh, still?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
been hard. You got to see him to shoot him. I'm
Okay.
working on that part.
Okay.
But I'm an archery hunter, so I got to get in close. It's a little more difficult.
Are you afraid of heights?
No. Well, wait. Take that back. I am tall. I'm not afraid of this, but yes, I do not like being up high.
Yeah.
Put me on a scissor lift, like in my facility, I got to change light bulbs. I'm like,
Yeah.
And if it moves at all, I'm like, oh God, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Yeah.
Have you ever skydived?
No.
Would you do it?
Yes.
Ooh. Most people
If
say
somebody
no.
wants to put a 6'8", 240-pound donkey in front of them and jump out of an airplane, I'm all in.
All right. Favorite player growing up?
Oral Hershiser.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, I was a Dodgers fan.
Okay.
So
Football.
favorite football team? San Diego Chargers. San Diego Chargers.
Not LA.
Not the Los Angeles Chargers of Carson.
I'm with you.
Correct.
San Diego Chargers.
Yes.
Favorite football player?
I wasn't a big football fan as a kid, but in college when I started to become a San Diego Chargers fan, Damian Tomlinson.
Oh, LT, yeah.
Yeah. So, quick backstory: my wife's cousins work for the San Diego Chargers. One's an equipment coordinator, and the other one's a video coordinator. So when I was in college, I used to go down with, she was then my girlfriend, now my wife, and we would do the black and white pictures that they would give to like the coaches after each series. And so I got to go down on the field and do that. So I got to be around guys like Antonio Gates and LaDainian Tomlinson and Lorenzo Neal and like all the, Drew Brees was there, Doug Flutie, like that was those types of years, like Marty Schottenheimer years, right?
Yeah.
And so I got to be down and be around that. I thought that was way cool.
Heck yeah.
And a couple of the guys would come up and be like, dude, you're really tall. like, yeah, like, do you play sport or something? I was like, I'm a professional pitcher.
I'm in the NBA.
They're like, oh, that's cool. Like, and I'm like, you're a football player. Like, you're gonna go bang somebody's head right now. It's cool. So yeah.
What are you, 6'7"?
6'8".
6'8". Well, what can you say? Anything in Spanish? other than Marty, we're not going to talk about Marty Cohen.
my bad words.
Yeah. Marty is a cool dude. But we're going to have to use
I know
that.
Spanglish. I always say like I know enough to get myself into trouble.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I actually work with a Latin player right now. You remember Franklin Morales?
Yeah.
So Frankie's been coming into the facility, and so sometimes I'll ask him questions like, hey, how do you say, like, if I throw him a gray ball, like, how do you say gray? Like, he just tell me, and I'm like, okay, I remember I do that.
I'll say,
you know what I mean? But I know a little bit, like, here and there, like, words that I picked up over the years. I took Spanish in high school. I don't
nice. Yeah.
It's better when you're immersed in it.
Yeah.
They say, like, when I played pro ball and I was immersed with those guys around me, I feel like I picked up that culture and that, the language a lot better than when I was a student.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Favorite soccer team? Come on, Jason. Let me give you one. I'll give you one.
You want like an EPL team?
I'll do whatever you want.
I don't watch MLS, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you don't have to watch
I don't know. Like the guys at my facility always watch Arsenal, so we're big, so we do a lot of a lot of Arsenal games.
First place, dude.
Yeah,
First place.
Yeah. You know what I really like watching? This is going to sound weird. I love watching cricket.
Cricket, yeah. I mean,
cricket, and then there's another one. There's another Indian sport called kabaddi. What? It's like tag, but it's like competitive. You gotta watch.
Competitive tag.
Do you have ESPN Plus?
yes.
Okay.
Is that the one that they run around like the?
It's like a square, and there's like a line in the middle, and they try and like tag people and then run away from them. Look it up. It's called kabaddi. It's on ESPN Plus.
Because I've seen the pro tag league.
Yeah, no, that's different. Where they have,
like,
that's like
parkour,
parkour
yeah,
tag.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is different. This is like
kabaddi.
Think like dodgeball, but for tag. I don't know. I don't know how you put it together. There's like a wrestling element to it. Like we do watch a lot of WWE at the facility too. So,
well, guys, Jason Hirsh, there you have it. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, pleasure. Thanks for having me on. I'm glad I could be the second baseball player, or whatever the number is at this point.
Yeah, you're the second one on the show.
We'll take it.
Did he throw a ball? This little guy here.
Yeah. You pitcher?
You want to come in?
Sometimes? You should learn how to pitch.
Yeah.
It's an easy way to get to the big leagues.
You got a question for Jason?
You asked a question during the thing. That was a good question, too.
What was the hardest batter you've ever had?
The hardest hitter I ever faced? That's a great question. And a lot of people will think it's like a big name. It's not. The guys that I struggled with the most were the contact hitters. So the worst hitter that I felt like I ever had to face was David Eckstein.
Oh, I was going to say David Eckstein, dude.
Yeah.
I was going to tell you.
I swear to God, I probably had a 12-pitch at bat against that dude. Where I threw sidearm, I threw sliders and curveballs and changeups, and all he did was foul him off.
I'm sorry for doing that, but I was going to say, I bet you he's going to say David Eckstein.
Those are my least favorite hitters. Like, power hitters have holes. Contact hitters don't, and they're a pain in my butt. I came up in the minor leagues facing him. Like, he was with the Angels. It was Cayospo and Eric Ibar. They were together. They were the worst duo to face. Because I faced them in Arkansas when they were in AA. God damn, those guys, you could not get either one of them out.
I've heard another guy, and I think he was with David Eckstein, it was Jim Edmonds. I've heard he was like...
Jim Edmonds, the book on him, at least when I faced him, he was with the Cardinals, was if you buzz him early in the at-bat, you have the outside of the plate for the rest of the game. So literally the first pitch I threw to him, I buzzed him, and then I went fastball away. That's all I did.
See, those are the things that I don't know as a regular person.
Well, that was a scouting report, right? Yeah. Same thing with Brian Giles with when he was with the Padres. Yeah. They said if you start him first pitch curveball, he will not swing the bat the rest of the at bat. I was like, okay, so first pitch of 2007 with Brian Giles at the plate, I threw a first pitch curveball for a strike, and then I struck him out on 2 pitches later. And I'm like, that was the book. So I was like, well, if that's the book, I'm going to stick to the book until somebody proves me otherwise. Right?
Wow.
So that's what everyone's like. You drop a curveball, he won't swing. Okay, I can steal a strike.
Data analytics, guys.
That was scouting reports back then, right? Now it's analytics.
Yeah.
Right? Now the analytics. I mean, that's a big reason why we're here today.
Yeah.
The reason that Rock got into the Hall was largely because people discovered through the analytics that he was actually a legit Hall of Fame talent.
Yeah.
He doesn't pass the traditional eye test.
Yeah.
But when you dig down into it and you start comparing things, then you go, all right, this dude was legit.
Yeah.
This guy was legit. So, yeah.
Jason,
pleasure.
Thank you so
Anytime.
much, dude.
Anytime. Send me a link for this or something.
Yeah,
I want to do it.
Yeah, I'll get it for, do you, who do you know, Doug?
Huh?
Do you know Doug?
I'll give you my phone number when we're done.
Yeah. Raza, Cascaritas with el Tri. See you soon.